Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Hey! Tonto Dikeh has been vindicated. Let me sing it like my Calabar people. Ada Blessing and go sing it. Captain Mo! Captain Mo, you used to be my friend before. You are no longer my friend. We should be flying aeroplane together. One day I will bring you, make you educate people small on top aeroplane matter. This is the live action we've been waiting for. Hey! Tonto Dikeh has been vindicated. Tonto Dikeh has been vindicated. I go sing it like Calabar people. Eh? Wala, wala, wala. Nkem Anthony, how you did, my brother? God bless you. The last time that guy was on my TikTok, he bought me a whole lion. Renee 5-star. Let me pin this girl. Sorry, should I even call her a girl or a woman? Let me pin this girl. That's that girl. She knows how to get the juiciest car deals. As in, if Renee buy motor for you, you go they look for the scratch. You go use magnifying glass, they look for the scratch. I finally found one scratch on my car. But the magnifying glass I used to take final. Now me and K, we go finally see one tiny scratch. Tiny. It be like human hair when you cut them into 4. Now so the scratch be. Renee. Yoruba will say obìnrin bí ọkùnrin. A woman will be like man. Obìnrin bí ọkùnrin. Ah. Of all the people who don't buy car for me for this life, nobody sabi the work like Renee. No be downgrade. No be say at the mouth. No be downgrade. And they tell you true. So while we're waiting for everybody to gather here, make I bring Captain Mo for 1 minute. Captain Mo, just come. Make I just bring her for like 30 seconds. If you know, go reach 1 minute. Make Captain Mo come tell us small about flying. While we're waiting to gather here, double click the screen. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Wait till they do your hand. Double click the screen. Double click the screen. Come on. The small hair where I get left, I just use a barb haircut. One day, I know if you just put my head under barbing salon for the rest of my life. Captain Mo, one of Nigeria's most senior captains. As in this thing where they talk, I know if you loud down. I know if you loud. When I say somebody is one of Nigeria's most senior captains, I know they make mouth, but I know if you don't make me talk, so just leave them. As I talk him, I don't talk him with that. Make we move. I go put you for trouble. So I just brought him up. His when I say one of Nigeria's most senior captains, always a very senior captain and flies in a very senior level. I just wanted him to talk to you guys about turbulence. We've got what I like to call microburst weather this period. So as you they fly, your aeroplane go shake. Your aeroplane go do like say 1 fall down, nothing do you. Just calm down. So for like 1 minute, Captain Mo just gist them because you go begin the year say I saw blessing go enter small turbulence, come down saying survive plane crash. But you guys, what they need to know is Daddy Freeze knows a lot about aviation than me. Daddy Freeze, you study the book more than me. Me, I'm a more practical person. Yes, I can fly the plane, but I'm not good at talking. I don't know how to express myself very well. You know that I'm camera shy, yes. Captain
The story
Moon.
I always tell people about aviation, about turbulence is just assume you're going through a rough road. If you hear, I'm sure you guys have not heard of an aircraft crashing because of turbulence. Yes, it shakes. That's due to, like what you said, change of direction of wind. You're trying to go this way, wind is hitting you on the other side. So definitely nothing is holding you up there. So the aircraft will shake a bit. And the freeze, I'm not used to talking. Me, I'm a very
No, I just thought
yeah.
about it because of this particular period. It's the weather is stormy, it's very breezy. You know that breeze will go shut your window, whack 'em. Now so as they shut your window, so they hit the aeroplane. Especially when you are coming
Exactly.
into land, when you are on short final.
So there's a lot of updraft, downdraft, wind, change of direction. You can get what do you call it, wind shears and all that. So, but for the pilot, before we fly, like I said, with the assurance we tell the passengers, we don't just take off from one destination to another. We have to make sure that the weather is fine. We also take off with the fuel to our destination. We also have contingency fuel in case we get there and the weather is bad.
And we cannot land.
Between 30 to 40 minutes. And we also have fuel to go to our alternate. So anytime we take off, we just don't take off with one fuel to our destination. So we must make plan for contingency because you can go to an airport, there might be a movement, VIP movement or so. The airport will be closed, so you have to hold. So yeah, we put all that into considerations. So you see, and like for example, if you're flying tomorrow morning, you have to check the weather. If the weather is not good, it's going to be bad in Lagos, let's say Port Harcourt. You have to wait. There's what we call tachometer that gives you every hour update on the weather. 30 minutes. There's one for the whole day. So you plan your flight accordingly. And like most of the times, I know a lot of people are asking why flights delayed. You just don't keep an aircraft to operate one flight. An aircraft is being scheduled to operate maybe 6, 7 flights a day. So automatically, if a flight in the morning is being delayed due to weather or anything, technical problems or anything, that means the whole flight will be affected the whole day. For international, people say international flights are not delayed. That's because they only operate one flight. You're going from, let's say, Abuja to London, the plane has like 4 hours, so you always catch up. But for local flights, you only have between 30 to 45 minutes. Quick turnaround, you have to take fuel, you have to check, so it's a bit different. Daddy
Sure,
Freeze,
I
why
don't hear.
I'm not going to talk you, Daddy.
No, I just said just for a few minutes, and I know why. Because this period, even for my sim, I they see the weather. Sometimes myself, and I go just look the weather, I go just abandon them. Baba, and they take off the other day, they play and they shout,
Oh,
wind
Daddy
share,
Freeze, I
wind
like your
share,
headphone.
wind share. And Baba, you know what's happen? You know, me, I don't have the advanced tech you people have. Baba, I don't say V1, the next thing I hear wind share. Baba, on my inside that wind share, I take
So
off.
what
Oh.
did you do? Did you exactly? Yeah.
I have to take off. There's nothing you can do. You just have to take
No,
off, and
when
the
you get
plane
to
go they
V1,
do go they
you
wrestle
speed.
Baba, you go
When
be
you
like say
get
the
to
plane they
V1,
come down back again. You go say
speed.
lie
You
lie
have
oh.
to take off.
Sorry,
No, when you get to V1, you're
you can't
committed.
take.
It's the
You have to
decision.
take off.
You
Finish.
have to take off. Yeah, definitely.
You
So
know.
you did the right thing. You did the right thing. You see, you're a
Ah,
pilot. I told you, you know
but
so much.
my
You
what do
guys,
they
Daddy
call it?
Freeze knows
My
a lot about aviation.
climb angle. I instead of using a 15-degree climb angle, I used about an 11. I just pitched it down a bit to about 11 and held it. I left the gear. I don't even
Yes,
come out the gear. I just declined before I finally when I saw that I was picking up. Then I now carry gear, begin the clean up the flight, move.
well, for us pilots, when you get a wind shear, you do not change configuration. You do not even raise the gear. You
That's what
go
I
full
didn't do. I
blast.
didn't raise the gear. I
About
just acted on instinct too. I just look and say, no be gear time be this. I just focused on just keeping that nose level, you understand, and allowing the
not
thrust
level
I
like
set.
15 degrees pitch. Yeah. Some aircraft will give you a pitch altitude, but mostly all the other aircraft are 15 degrees pitch, just to get you up as soon as possible out of the wind shear.
So if now you would you pitch up into it or you hold
No,
it?
no. But for the aircraft I fly,
Uh,
gives you a pitch indicator that you
no, we
follow.
day backward now. We
Okay, back then it's 15 degrees. Like the aircraft, the previous aircraft I flew was 15 degrees.
15
You
degrees,
pitch the
yeah, but me I dipped it to about 11 so that I could gather speed quicker because
speed.
I saw that it was like it was pulling the plane back.
Yeah.
Now your own advanced plane where you get we before we fit engage autopilot we go down reach like 1,000 feet. Me I'm talking about to take off wind shear.
The aircraft again, you can but in windshield you don't even engage autopilot. You have to be out of the windshield
You have to,
before you can
yeah, you have to
engage.
hold it.
Yeah. But I've had other
Uh-huh.
experiences. I've been to Abuja a couple of times. The aircraft is stable. You can see the runway. We have the runway in sight, clear to land. The next thing, windshield ahead. We had to abandon the landing and go back up.
And that one, you go just go around.
That one too can be tricky. There are times that the weather around the airport, and you have a published misapproach procedure in case of going around. Because sometimes there are mountains, they can be hills and all that. But sometimes if you have to follow that published misapproach, it will take you right into the weather again. So you're from frying pan to fire.
Fire.
Yeah. So that's
Almost.
similar situations. People saying, oh, they almost
Technicalities.
died,
Technical.
oh, blah,
Well,
blah, blah. But the
and
first thing
do
to
you
do
get
is you
scared when you
get,
have that
let's say,
kind of
you
weather
have,
problem as a captain? You are focused with that kind of weather problem, and you know that going around is not a solution.
going around is always a solution. You don't have to land now. You don't have to land.
But
It's better to
yeah,
be wait for the weather to go. But the good thing about weather, it always goes. There was a time I flew to South Africa. Weather was bad. Everybody was diverting. We thought about we knew the weather was coming, so we went through the other side because we saw the direction of the weather. So it's either we held where we were or we continued to the other side because the direction was going this way. So there are many things you can do. If there's a closer airport, there are times I had to abandon the approach and landing and diverted to Port Harcourt, diverted to Kano. We landed about 10, 20 people refused to follow us back to Abuja. But the safe part, we went to Kano, we landed, we waited for the weather in Abuja to clear. We took more fuel, we came back safely. So some people would rather go by road, they won't go over bridges.
yes, no, and then go and face it. But about that aeroplane, I understand them. What I fear
So
most
the
is
question
takeoff and
about
landing.
your update,
Once you
see,
can
the
conquer
kind
takeoff
of
and
aviation
landing, sorry,
they're asking about your G's. They don't hear about aviation
they
like
don't want to
this.
hear. No, but they have to learn. We are going to that aviation. You know why I'm telling you this? This is the
Yeah.
weather for wind shear. This is the weather for microburst. This is the weather for those towering cumulus where you know go fear avoid. Sometimes you will not find yourself
Def-
for the middle.
yeah. There are times like you're coming to Abuja, the whole place is covered. The Abuja weather might be good, but before you get in, the weather is covered. That's how we tell the passengers. Most time we brief. We'll tell them during the course of this, we might experience some turbulence, but nothing to worry about. We still tell them, but most of them don't hear about. There are times you go through it, then you get in. You have to the whole place is covered, so you have to break through the clouds. Then it opens up, then you can land.
Hi. One day, me and you go sit down, we go
One
talk.
day,
So guys, that's just it. And you'll be amazed. The pilots will be dancing to the turbulence. I've seen it happen before. The cockpit's gonna shake the plane. Everybody say, hey, 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 hey.
exactly.
Me,
Yeah, because we all know, because we have after I have a lot of hours of flying, so like from all the incidences I've had, it's not due to turbulence. So we all know that turbulence doesn't bring down the plane, but that doesn't make you go into thunderstorms. We always try to avoid them. But there are
I've been in a
situations
thunderstorm before.
where
I wasn't flying, oh, I was in the plane. I
I've been
heard
struck by
lightning
lightning so
strike. Lightning not strike your plane before.
yeah, many times.
You go hear
But you know,
clackam. You go hear like when the
the
jam
airplane,
cymbal is a very metallic sound.
the airplane is designed in such a way that when the lightning strikes, it goes out through the back. Sometimes you see dotted holes at the back, but it's designed in such a way that it goes out. We have static ports that discharges the electrical. Oh, those are some technical distance, but yeah, I've been struck by lightning so many times.
Lightning no dey keep person. E go just shake the aeroplane small, then light fit go come back.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't see them before. I know you don't want to experience it up there because you are scared. But let me just now pilots are laughing and saying, hold the plane, hold the plane. Meanwhile, they are holding prayer meeting at the back of the aeroplane. Ah, Jesus. I will not die
No,
by plane. I will
no,
not
we
die.
appreciate their prayers, I really appreciate the prayers. Many times when I'm flying as passenger, I hear them praying. I really like them. And you know why up there, closer to God, so our prayers get answered sharp, sharp. So yes, while you're up there, make sure you pray for us. Because sometimes you have to
The
pray
people
before we
telling you
take
to
off.
pray are catching cruise with you inside the cockpit. Oh. Anyway.
No, we appreciate every prayers though. Sorry, no, it's not like that. We appreciate every prayers, but we're up there, we're closer to God. Yeah,
Then they will clap for you when you
because
land.
sometimes we forget to pray. Yeah, all the time, we forget to pray.
Oh,
So
so when you
you
forget
know,
to pray, make the whole prayer meeting. Oh, more serious.
you don't know the hundreds of passengers that God will answer his prayer. So I swear, I appreciate all the prayers. The prayers are blessed. I'm serious. Yeah.
So she will not
I,
don't hear him now. Just they calm
yeah,
down. Just they calm down. If you are
yeah.
flying this period and there's shaking in the head, the worst one that I cannot stand is small turbulence like this. Person will come down from plane, come right because everybody now get Twitter, everybody get microphone. Glory be to God! I just survived the plane crash.
Exactly. Exactly. Now that one happens. Exactly. So most time when you see things about aviation, you just laugh. 100 people almost died. They
100
escaped
people
death. I'm
almost
like,
died.
escape death and all that. Yeah.
Hey, Omo, let me tell you, when there's a real aviation problem, you will know. It's not when the aeroplane is shaking. It's when it is silent. That's when you need to worry. When it just goes
Really?
quiet.
Really? I know that feels that. I don't. Are you sure?
Me, I dey
Don't
fear when
scare
the
them.
aeroplane go quiet. When you know you have a dual flame out and the aeroplane is quiet.
Why would you even think of that? No, the engines are independent of one another. So just like holding one hand, you still have the other hand. So
Bro, let me
the
give
only
you
time
one
you can
gist.
have engine
I
flame
was
out
at
on
the
both engines
airport.
is when you
This
fly
water inside,
over.
this water inside petrol tank. I see petrol tank, water inside tank.
Yeah.
I heard a plane was taking off, had a flame out with one engine. This now inside this, I don't know whether you hear. The pilot was doing a turnaround to come back and land, and he lost the second engine. He lost the second
Wow.
engine on short final. The time he needs the power the most. That to me, they very
Wow.
scary. But luckily, the first engine we first died just kick started.
Came back. Okay.
Ah,
Lucky then.
lucky them, oh, Baba. You don't, as in, brother, this is that one. Now, be say you survive plane crash.
Exactly.
That one, you survived the plane crash. Even though you don't know what happened. Say you are coming on short final with no engine. Ha ha ha. Ha. So anyway, Captain Mo, thank you so much. I just think I follow you G small. Put people mind at rest, whether they bad, make una no
So much.
fear.
But this is how they ask me question. All these things, you know better than me.
No, but
You know
you
how
see,
to
let me tell
express.
you, this is what I tell people, yeah. When I take my kids to the hospital, I tell them what's wrong with them and I tell them what the doctor will prescribe to them. But I will not prescribe it. I allow the doctor to do his job. So sometimes my kids ask me, why didn't you just tell her? Why did we have to drive all the way to? Because I'm not a doctor. The fact that I understand what is wrong with you to a very accurate degree does not mean I have a degree in medicine. And I may be wrong. And once in a while, I'm wrong. You understand? And sometimes I rather hit my hand on the chest that I gave you the best doctor and the doctor understood what he was doing. I will feel more comfortable than I took a decision on your behalf and then I took the wrong decision. Same thing with aviation. Captain Mo is a captain. You guys have no idea the kind of captain he is. A captain. The kind of
I'm
people
just
that
saying,
trust him to fly them.
I'm just a captain.
So sure you
I'm a
understand.
transporter.
So
I'm
I
a
wanted to
transporter.
talk
I
about
transport
because
people.
I remember flying and there was panic on the car. Now, like Captain Mo said, there's nothing wrong with praying while flying, but there's everything wrong with panicking. Sometimes when you panic, you now get up and think that you can jump off the plane. I've seen all sorts of comedy skits before. You understand? So just be rest assured. If the plane is shaking, you can sit in your chair and pray. No need to shout because sometimes the air hostesses want to communicate to you, but then someone is rabata repetis, so the air hostess cannot you cannot hear what they need to tell you. So please calm in all situations. And don't worry, let me tell you something here. No matter the turbulence, if I'm flying British Airways, I know that they've serviced the aeroplane. But sometimes Nigeria, I'll just imagine waiting Morufu they do with my motor, saying do for the aeroplane.
No, no. Nigerians, I think we're doing a good job. Seriously.
Oh,
Like the
fantastic
pilot
job.
in Nigeria will go for training every 6 months. And in that 6 months, when you go, it's called simulator training. That 6 months, we practice all the emergencies, engine failure, engine fire, predictive wind shear, everything that you think is possible to happen. So we tried in the simulator. So just to keep us current.
And abroad is
Yeah,
once
and
a
I
year.
know they do that
Nigerians
for
is twice a year. Nigerian pilots
yeah.
and
No,
Nigerian
for the
pilots know the road.
airlines is twice a year. But if you're flying general aviation, the private jet, yeah, they can do once a year. But for the airlines, because of the number of flights, they do twice a year. Like some airlines, like Emirates, they do 3 times a year. So but for airlines, it's twice every 6 months. We have to go for the training.
Somebody said driving is actually easier, Renee. I disagree. Once you have a plane well configured, the plane will actually climb, cruise, descend, sometimes even auto land by
Land,
itself.
land. Yeah, you can land itself for
You
you.
can program
You
the
just
auto
have everything.
landing.
You just have to believe. One good thing with that, you just have to trust in your instruments. How you believe in God, you can't see Him, but you believe your instruments. So when you set up everything, you just let your hands go, and yeah, you follow it, and it does a good job for you
As
too.
in, it's
It
simpler
can
than
land for
driving a
you,
car that you go the whole steering.
apply
Aeroplane, that's why you
brakes
go
for
the look am.
you.
Once
Yeah, so
you
if you
even
understand your
from
machine,
your once you begin your descent, you've plotted the what do they call it, the frequency of the localizer, the
do
horn
you what?
lock.
How now? Yeah, well, I'm just seeing the messages now.
And they see
You
your
must
family
hear.
people.
I don't
So,
see some of my people. Oh, Daddy Freeze, I want you to go back to the gist. Thank you so much for
oh
picking
yeah,
me up.
we're going back to the gist. We're
Daddy
going back to
Freeze.
the gist. So that was all. I just wanted to gist with you. I'll call you tomorrow. Make we schedule some kind things. Renee, don't worry. It's not
All right.
scary. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Very soon you'll start to sell aeroplane
Yes, so
too.
don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Don't be
I'm
scared.
like me, I'm scared of height, but I still fly.
So
The only good
when you
difference
look
is the
down
aircraft.
around that 5,000 feet, you know you fear.
No, I know I can't fall down now, so it's okay. But like, if I have to go to balcony on a maybe 2-story building, I can't. You'll see me near the balcony
Are
because
you
I just
serious?
have this fear that I might fall. Yeah, but the aircraft is enclosed, so I know there's no way I'll fly out, and I'm so
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
tall
yeah.
buildings and all that. I'm really scared.
So,
Yeah.
guys,
So
first of
back to
all,
Tonto Dikeh.
the job of the pilot, you don't think the pilot is turning the aeroplane like this in the air. No. It's what you call autopilot. It will fly from one leg to the other. You program it from the ground. As in, it will climb, it will do everything you want, turn, face the airport. I I think people take off manually, as in people take control manually when you're on the glide slope. Some don't even take control from that glide GS as you are on the
No,
GS like this, you follow
like
it
I
to the
love to
ground.
land myself. Most people disconnect autopilot at 1,000 feet. Most people at 500 feet. Most people just before minimum.
Uh,
So yeah, so I like to disconnect around 500 feet, then fly in manual. Enjoy the feel
that
of
means
the aircraft.
by 1,000 you are already on the GS, you're already configured to land,
Glide
you're
slope, you're
already on
stabilized.
landing flaps, you're already on gear down, everything is configured.
There's a check. 1,000 feet. If you're flying instrument flight, at 1,000 feet, you're supposed to be stabilized. When you stabilize, you're on localizer, you're on glide, your gears are down, you're done with checklist. So you just focus on landing. At
Straight.
five, if you're flying video flying, it's at 500 feet. But for instrument flying, 1,000 feet is check. The other pilot will call 1,000 feet. Tell
Someone
you
said
call back.
autopilot cannot take off and land. Who told you? It cannot take
It
off,
can land. It
but it
can't
can
take off, but
land. It can land very well. It's called auto
auto
land.
land. Depending on aircraft, yeah.
Very well.
No, someone asking,
737
have you flown the
800 will land
747?
auto land for you. We'll even
No,
give
I
you
haven't
center
flown
line
the
safe.
exactly, yeah.
Ah, Baba
So,
no go cab. Now when you dey fly Conqueror, they fly Keke Marwa for air. I ain't gonna say no fear. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. The gist is about to begin. Captain Mo.
yeah, so I'll be in the comment section
Uh-huh.
here. Thank
Biola,
you
I'm
so
gonna
much.
need you a little bit.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye,
How do I leave
guys.
the like, how do I end it?
Let me remove you. No, end it.
Okay.
Just press the cross, the X.
Okay.
Someone say, what of Boeing 777? Depends on the 777. So that was Captain Mo. Hawa, thank you very much. Somebody asked how much are pilots paid? A lot, and they are paid in foreign currency most of the time. Imagine it. So let's talk about Tonto Dikeh. You know, Tonto Dikeh always goes to church. Always goes to church. She never misses church. You know? But there was a time. This gist I won't give you a full gist too. But there was a time when there was an incident in church. You know, the church is at the bottom of a hill. So there was how do I put it? A mudslide, and it felt like the hill collapsed on the church. No, if you talk past that one, oh, me, I don't tell you my own. Oh. Somebody say the God of Tonto Dikeh. Ah, hey, Tonto, make una tag Tonto, make una tag. Make she come clear herself. Toxic real say I love this gist. See me battling with sleep. Oh yeah, tag Tonto, tag Tonto, tag Tonto. Ah, may people wait talk say we no go somewhere. May they not gather. Ah, you don't know how painful it is when you don't talk one thing. When you don't talk one thing, say na so it go happen, na so it go happen, na so it go happen. Ah, hey, but is this gist true? You know, we are all lovers of gist. Are they talking code? Are they talking parable? You know, we are lovers of gist. But is this gist really true? Ah, Omo, na Vindicated. Baban la Vindicated. Me, I no go talk anything. Make I see whether Tonto dey here. Tonto Dikeh. When I see whether she don't sleep. Ah, okay, she don't sleep. She don't sleep. The lover of gist. What happened? I don't know anything happened. Did I say anything? I just say Tonto has been vindicated. Now prayer points. I pray for Tonto and she was vindicated. If you're watching on TikTok, double click my screen, double click my screen, double click my screen, double click my screen. Double click my screen if you're watching on TikTok. I'm looking for my number 1 gifter, my number 2 gifter. I won't buy aeroplane. Ring Lovers 54. That's my number 1 gifter. And who's my number 2 gifter? McDonald. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Ebiere. Ebiere. Oh yeah, double click my screen, double click my screen. I'm looking for my number 1 gifter today. Oh. Someone said, Daddy Freeze, you look so cute in the morning. Oh, thank you very much. I decided to have a haircut, you know. Last, everybody must have breakfast. Shayo. Eh? Me, I no go talk pim. When I shall know the gist, but when I won't hear them from my mouth, unless Tonto come by herself. Ah, Omo. Let me tell you, marriage no easy. Marriage no easy. All of you they date. When your relationship no work. Now so marriage to build. Marriage no easy. When I go shout, when I go quarrel, when I go fight. But my only fear is that domestic where they talk about. That thing no good. That domestic own. Naomi I no like inside relationship. I know they support them. And it can't they sound like say it they echo. Biola say Judy is next. Amen. No, God forbid. Oh. God forbid. Why they pray bad prayer for Judy Biola? Why? Why? Me, I don't pray to do marriage again. I don't pray to do after this. No, we must try to make it work. It's not easy. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. It is not easy in the slightest of ways. So you understand what I talk? It's not easy. Somebody say DF Alabosi. I never even give you the gist. I don't know how I want to take talk. Now they make me fear because I don't want to be the one to break anything. So I could just keep quiet. Okay, somebody asked for my account number. Oh, thank you so much, Esther Omori. God bless you, my darling sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, some people they ask for my account number. Now, so we're going to send them this year. We will send out our account numbers. This year, we'll be very well blessed. When I want hear gist, me, I no go talk anything. No. ẹnu tèmi kọ́ lẹ ti máa gbọ́ pé ìyá tíṣà kú o no be for my mouth na you go hear say teacher mama don kpa ẹ omo una come dey yap church that church e no good na make una calm down marriage is not, you see, all of you that are talking, how many of you are married? How many of you survived 1 year in marriage? All of you wey dey talk wey una mouth dey sweet, una mouth dey run. Marriage is not easy. Marriage is not easy. Ebiere, come and talk. Be like say you sabi the gist. Me, I no go talk. Pim. Una wey gather here today, una gather in vain. Una gather in vain. Ebiere declined. Everybody dey decline. Una wan push me to talk. Pim, I no go talk. Barry Nene, oya come. Alexandra, how you doing, my sister? Kemi is my number one gifter right now. Kemi is my number one gifter. How you doing? Uche Benny, how you doing, sis? How are you doing, my sister? You've done your teeth.
Yes, long time.
How long ago?
Oh, about 2 years.
Oh wow! I heard that when they want to do this your veneers, they will file your teeth till it looks like crocodile teeth like this.
Very bad. You just like you won't like it that if honestly. When they find my teeth, I was like, oh God, is it like this? Can you put it back? Because I didn't want it at then.
Now, what if your teeth fall out, or what if can you chew meat with it? Can you eat bone with this thing?
I'll eat bone because you have your last teeth. They're only 10 here, 10 here. You can chew the back.
But you
But it's
can't
like,
chew with
no,
this front one.
you can chew with it, but not bone. Ah, that is freeze. This is a cover now. Hey, chew, I will come out.
Me, I like
So
to
you
the
don't
tear
give us
goat meat.
gist. I will eat her like this.
Yeah. Waiting be, waiting be
That if
that.
you don't know, you don't give us the gist. Like, you want me to talk about the
Now,
gist.
when I go talk the gist on myself. Come, I want to ask you question.
Yeah.
How much did it cost to get the veneers?
It depends because when you go first, you have to have an X-ray. Everywhere is different. The X-ray will determine how much you pay. Because if you don't have any implants, no gum problem, you don't have to do no surgery, straightforward. It will cost from $3,000. But if you have to do, I went with my friend that paid 7,500 because they had 4 implants. And to do that one, they have to do it 3 times. He has to go there 3 times. So it's a lot. It's not 7 to 12,000. No, it depends. It depends on if my teeth. I didn't have no problem. So after the X-ray, it's just straightforward. It's $3,000. But it's good though. When I look at my old teeth, I look at this one and I just like, better make I do this one.
Now, what if one of them falls out? Has any of them ever fallen out before?
No, never. But if he does, they will just fix it back. You go to the dentist, they'll put it back. They'll just put it back in there. Yeah. Make sure you don't swallow it. That's all. If you swallow it now, when you get for find another one, they have to do another one again.
Okay.
It's nice though that it frees. A lot of people are doing it.
Me, I want
It's
to be
just
eating goat meat till old age. If you
you
go,
can still eat goat meat. Me, I like meat. I still
I
eat
don't
meat.
believe you. I don't believe you.
I
Is
swear that
this
it
it?
frees. Like anything you do, you have to
Okay, so what did
maintain.
you hear about the matter? Make I ask you because I don't want to talk. Make they can't hold me.
I just follow our just lover. Just read small. But what I'm saying is, yeah, most times when women came out of relationship and they say these people are bashing them, there's something that is wrong there from the beginning. The other woman that is coming in, don't judge the woman that is going out. You don't know what they've struggled, and now she to they collect. because Tonto was very, very hot. And there's kids involved, like I always say. Children are my priority, but I know she was very hot. And then the woman coming in thinking like, oh, I'm coming to everything is fine, blah, blah, blah. Now she don't collect too. And they say they don't serve on breakfast. Sharp, sharp. So don't laugh any woman that if their relationship breaks up and you get in, it doesn't mean you are better than the woman that has left. There must be a situation there that has led that person to say, you know what, I can't take this. I deserve better. It is too much for me. Let me just go. Sometimes it's better to go than lose your life. You can't lose your life in the name of marriage. It's not do or die situation that it is. It's not do or die. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Look at you. You had your marriage, you had your kids, you moved on. Look how happy you are with Taste Board, always proud of how.
I'm
No,
happy, oh. I'm
ah,
happy, oh. But you see, like I keep saying, I've not seen my kids from my previous marriage in
yeah.
7 years.
That's painful though, that the phrase. I
I don't know
really.
where they are. I don't know what they're up to. Okay, I know they're in the US. Beyond that, I don't know.
That's another topic
So
I was talking about. Women, why do you have to hold the kids against the man? The relationship has ended, but
now let me tell you something. If I was wicked, I understand. I'm not, you see, she just wanted a certain narrative to be out there. And today I went to Mega Chicken with Baby Freeze. We went to drop his mom's car. Mom's car needed four brand new tires. So I drove down to the Dunlop place somewhere down the road from my house, walking distance from my house. So we parked the car there, and I asked them, I said, is Mega Chicken far? They said, no, just go like this, walk like this, or it's walking distance. Baba, we walk for like 20 minutes before we reach there. Far, well. But you know the funny thing, I was walking with my son on the road, and I was like, I'm not such a bad father. You understand? We went in there, we had banga, and let me show you his picture where he was eating banga and catfish.
Oh
You know?
God, that's nice.
So that whole narrative of this Daddy Freeze devil, I just find it so unfair.
Well, if it's, even if the husband is wicked to you, they are not wicked to their children. Your relationship is different from there. Oh, look at that.
See him
Let's see.
praying before he eats.
But have you tried Daddy Freeze to contact the kids? Through family, friends, mutual friends?
Let me tell you one
Because
thing
it's
in
not
my
about
life.
yeah, it's
One
about the
thing. Let me tell
kids.
you one thing I've always said and I always say in my life. I know Sabi look for person. I know get them as gift.
These are your babies, oh.
I know get them as I know get them as talent because
Mm.
I can't take rejection. If I toast in my life, if I toasted 20 girls, just know that I dated 19 of them. Because for me
Mm.
to toast you, I go I go make sure say that was before I got married. Now, after you got married, and women know you got married, is a different ball game now. So you toast
Mm.
them, they might not agree with them. But those days when I was younger, before I go work, I go don't follow you talk, I go don't enter your head. Because so I know that because I hate that rejection. And if you give me a no, I must turn it into a yes. You understand? But you see, when it comes to downright rejection, I'm not good with it. And I'm also working very hard to keep my mental health
That's
stable.
true. Mm.
I watched this what is it called? I saw this picture online of a father. They now showed holes in his body, and she had given that to his son. I'm like, that's American
Mm.
mentality. A father does not have to lose himself so that his son will rise. That's
Mm.
American mentality. Do you understand?
But what about your mom? They don't have no relationship with their grandmother?
None. My mom was a very
Wow.
good grandmother to them. They cannot even lie about that. If they don't like me, my sister was
This is
very
not
good
good.
to
Oh.
them. You understand? But you see, that's why sometimes the kind of people you people go and marry, she alienated my entire family from those kids. If you don't like, say, na me be monster, is my mother to a monster, and my sisters monsters. When she used to go and drop them in my sister's house and gallivant into the night, why didn't my sister eat them then? Please, please, please. Oh,
But how old
pretend.
are they now?
The oldest is 21. This
But
the
they're old enough now to look for you.
you
So
see, if
I
you've got,
don't know why.
hold on. When you pray, do you use Jesus?
I'm a Muslim.
Okay. A Christian, you know that no Hebrew answered the name Jesus because there's no J in their alphabet. You know his name is not Jesus, but you still pray with the name Jesus. You know why? What they've imprinted into your head is
It's your
very
heads.
difficult to remove.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
very difficult to remove.
Mm.
You understand what I'm telling you? And at a time, I used to say this then, at a time when they were not reaching out to me, I used to say a prayer for my son. I say, I pray you marry a woman like your mother.
Oh
Then
no,
you
don't
will
do that.
understand. No, no, no. Then you will come and look for me. Oh, sure, you will come and look for me. But after a while, I said, look, you don't have to go through what I went through, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. I'm also going to say something here. I asked in court, I demanded that I see them. They could not even give me their number. What are you afraid of?
Why? The court.
No, they asked my ex to give me their number. She gave me her number.
You can't give the kid's number.
If there's nothing you're afraid of, give me their number. Let me call them. Stop
He's afraid
hiding
of
behind. Stop hiding in a
for
smoke
them finding
screen.
out the full story, the true story on your side, because there's always two sides to the
There's
story.
no need for anybody to find out any true story. The two of us are parents. You carry children and you ran. It will tell one day. You see, life is not is. I thank God for the kind of person that I am. Some people will not be able to move on. It affected me for about 6 months.
It's not good.
I told you a
Yes.
story. I bought a cake for my daughter. It was her birthday when they brought her to court. I bought a cake for her and I went to the cake with the cake, and the mother refused me giving her a cake. Imagine how that feels.
But the kids don't just belong to her. It's two people that have
But you
kids.
see, at the end of the day, you let it go.
And if
That
it's
day,
I'm
I
divorced
think
with two
after that,
boys,
you
I
know
always
what
let them
brought
see
my,
their
you know
dad.
what cured me. You know what cured me. One day I was reversing, and I logged out, and I was going to hit a pole in court, and people were hitting my car, and it took me like, so I got up. That time, that was the only car we had that was functional. I would have driven it into a pole, injured myself, and then they will have said, can you see he's not okay?
Yeah.
From that day, that was my healing point. Let me tell you a story.
It's
Yeah,
too
when I was
bitter.
young, I used to be plagued with nightmares. I used to have such horrible nightmares. I was afraid to sleep. I used to have really bad nightmares. And this was in my university days. As in, I could not sleep. It was so bad. And then one day, I was sleeping, and I had a nightmare. And I saw myself and a friend of mine. There was, all this arm rubber where they use tire bone.
Mm.
We can't they chop them. We can't they fight on top them. That was my healing. As in, say I chop human beings inside sleep. I just woke up and I'm like, there's nothing more than this that can happen again inside sleep. I just went back to bed.
Yeah.
I can't they get the nightmare. I can't they get the nightmare. I don't can't even bother the night. The nightmare just, oh, they now start reducing. They now start reducing. It now reduce. I used to have nightmare 3 times a day. I doze off, I will get nightmare. I sleep, I will get nightmare. Baba, you can't reduce to once a day. You can't reduce to 3 times a week. You can't reduce to once a week. You can't reduce to once a month. I still have nightmares till today, maybe once or twice a month or once in 2 months. But that time, as in, if I did drive inside motor and I sleep off, I go get nightmare. It was really
Wow.
bad. So sometimes something just heals you. You just realize that, come, what is worse than eating human, as in say you dey chop people? Nothing worse pass am. Nothing I dey fear again. And not only were we eating it, we're fighting over it. The guy can't dey cheat me, I can't dey give am blow. Say you something me I supposed. Baba, as in, I just woke up, to me it was like comedy. I was like, now so I don't degenerate now. Now human being at the chop now. Baba, and that realization cured the situation. And that's the same thing with this, because I was going on a downward spiral. Oh, I needed to see my kids. I needed to see my kids. Let me tell you something here. They will never remember this, but I used to bathe them in the morning. I used to dance with them. I was more hands-on with them than even with Baby Freeze. Baby Freeze, his sisters take care of him. He has grown sisters. So me, he just comes to my room. He always comes. He needs a favor. He always come and look for me. Hey, I need this. I need this. He likes going out with me because he knows if he goes out with me, he'll get something to eat that he likes. You know. So I wasn't entirely bad, but then all of a sudden I become this devil because me and their mother are not working out. You know. And then
I think she's scared for them to know the truth because she knows that once they know the truth, she will lose them. Because kids are very smart at that age 21. If you explain to them, they will know the.
she told every member of her family not to tell me where the children are. I said, for what? For what? So what do you expect me to do in that situation?
Yeah, you can't do much because especially if they don't want to be.
I can't do anything. So 7 years ago, I realized that I can't do anything.
It's because you're in.
Out.
Are they in Nigeria?
They are not in Nigeria. They're in the US.
That's the other thing. If they are not, if you are in Nigeria and they are in Nigeria, probably they would have looked for you.
Baba, after a while, you let things go.
Oh yeah, you have to.
You just let things go. You don't push it. Leave it. They'll be okay. I pray for them to be okay. There's no day I'm praying for my children. I don't remember praying for them.
Is she married now?
I don't know, and I can't be bothered.
If she's married now, probably should have had somebody to tell her. Listen,
so that she will not.
Maybe she will marry now.
See, if she married maybe 5 years ago, it will have been good. But now the children are grown, they are formed. One is 19, the one is 18, the other one is 21. They don't, at this stage they can make decisions. So it's no longer her. But she made sure she planted a seed that grew into a very strong tree.
Yeah, but she has a good husband. The husband will tell her, this is not right what you are doing. These kids need to get in touch with their father. All that will happen at the first.
Let it go. It's all right. And I don't drag anything with them. I don't drag anything. I don't fight them for any level. I don't do anything.
It's not
there
fair.
are some men that will drag your property. They will drag this. They will drag that. The only thing I said that I wasn't going to do was I wasn't going to pay for kids that I'm not seeing.
But that's fact.
That I put my foot down. I said, nope, I'm not going to pay school fees. If you cannot allow them to come and see me one weekend in a month, and you keep them for the remaining 28 days, I am not going to pay their school fees. I'm sorry about that.
That's fair.
I will never do that. And no court can make me pay it. Instead, I will sit down in the house and not earn any money.
See, life no balance. So where they try make their fathers see them, now they don't want to see them. See this life, life no balance.
You understand? So you know when people are vengeful, she said to me that if I don't pay the school fees, I'll never see them again. And she kept her word.
Now we they feel they do everything.
Somebody said something. MK Len said, you know if you pay for kids where they Yankee, where you dey Niger, and them no see you. Now them no see me, now forget Yankee. We they run things from this Niger. We they run things from this Niger. We feel Baba forget anything. No be everybody Niger bad for. You understand? If I get relationship with my children, I can send them money from Nigeria. Why not?
Yes.
Why not? My own is I want to have a relationship. I'm not going to give you money if I don't have a relationship with you. I work very hard for.
Maybe they follow you on social media.
I work very hard for my money, so I will not part with it for not that you are entitled to my money. Nobody's entitled to my money. I'm the only one entitled to my money. Baba, I'm the only one entitled to my money. Everybody else is pro-parent new
That if it's only me as
children
a
that are
president.
under my care are entitled to my money. But you see, what I'm trying to say at the end of the day is there's no relationship that is straightforward. There's no relationship that is without stress. There's no
Definitely.
relationship that is open and closed. You are enjoying the gist on TikTok. Where I double click my screen or double click my screen. Who's my number one gifter or TikTokers? Eh? Any day when I decide, say, when I no one behave like this, now so I go they do. If you're watching on YouTube, super chat, super stickers, oh yeah, pop them, pop them, pop them. Someone says, do you miss them though? First year, yeah. Second year, by the third year, I think of them, not miss. I think of them. Oh wow, how are they doing? Are they okay? But not miss. You understand? Miss is a very strong word.
Mm. Um,
If I
you miss
descend
them,
into the
I
place where
guess.
we miss them, then I'm going to start that whole emotional roller coaster again, and I don't want that. Baba, you see,
Mm.
as I did like this, a lot of people rely on me. A whole church relies on me. My children rely on me. My wife relies on me. I cannot be in an emotional roller coaster. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. So there are certain mental spaces I don't get into. Some people say it's bad, it's bad, it works for me. Do the one that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you say tighten they work for you. Meanwhile, you they trek.
If it
This
exciting.
one they work for me well. I do not involve myself in certain emotional places. I
But
don't get
that's
into
fact
it.
that it is. You can't control. You can't let what you don't control stress you.
I'm telling you, I can't
Whatever
have.
you can't control, let it
If
go.
I had their number now and they're not picking my call, I can call them or send them email. I don't even have their number. So why am I asking? Where do I start from? Where do I start
Mm-hmm.
from? I can't even call them. I don't know their number. But you see, what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, do I wish? Sometimes I wish I never got married to
I
her.
said that too.
But I'm going to say I also needed to. I also had my own behavioral issues. I had my own problems I needed to deal with. I also had my shortcomings. I had a very short fuse. I was also, we're both damaged. She was more damaged than I was, but we're both damaged. Most Nigerian children are damaged. If you raise you in this Nigeria, you'll be damaged. I had to fight my parents from when I was young for everything I wanted. Alexandra sent me gold coins. Thank you so much, my darling sister, on TikTok. She's now my number one gift. A big shout out to her. I we're all that most of us raised in Nigeria are damaged. The system will damage
Yeah,
you.
but that's different damage. That's not relationship damage. So I
Yeah,
don't
but you see,
think
you
that should
carry it over
apply
into
to
you
guys.
carry your paranoia into your relationship. You carry
Yeah,
your
bad habits.
let me tell you something about my ex. My ex used to feel like everybody was talking about her. I had a
Ah,
bit of that too. I had a bit of it too, but her own was on steroids. As in the kind of suspicion she will get, fear go catch you. So it came from the fact that we were damaged, we were suspicious, we were you know, and if I had met these buds at that time, we for still break up.
mm,
We for still break up because I was not mature enough. That's why I tell people, I say best time to get married for a man or a woman, best time to get married is when you are in your 30s.
yeah.
Man 35, woman 30 is the best time to get married. Diligence Healthcare, thank you so much. Just send me $10 on YouTube super chat. Because if I'd gotten married at 35, I would have been a lot calmer. I would. Someone said, "How can I send you gold coins on YouTube?" Just bottom of the chat, you will see a rectangle with a dollar sign inside. Just click on it. Just send super chat, super stickers, or super likes on YouTube. Thank you very much, brother. As in, I probably would have done the same thing. And you see, when you love a woman right, she reciprocates.
Yeah.
Now, when you don't love a woman right, she also and you see, once relationship don't enter relationship, some relationship cannot be repaired.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be. They cannot be repaired because once you've broken that trust, you can't get back to it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
I work very hard to build the trust in my current relationship. I work very, very hard. You understand?
Yeah.
In my previous relationship, I didn't put any, if you trust whatever you want, that's your business, which was a bad attitude. Then also, one of the reasons why I put in extra effort in this relationship is where I'm coming from. I don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back there. So I needed to, at 25, I had no business getting married. Forget whether we loved each other or not, that's secondary. I had no business getting married. I was not mentally, emotionally, or financially prepared for the responsibility of a marriage. And to be very honest, even at 35, I still wasn't ready. There are so many mistakes I made even with taste buds, but luckily for me, she's a bit more accommodating and a lot less paranoid. So it is easier for me. And when I fight her, when me and taste buds quarrel, Z Money, God bless you, sent me $20. God bless you. When taste buds and I quarrel, she and I get very angry. I can see her trying to make amends. You understand? I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, I even if she will not come out and say sorry, I see that, and I see that she's not happy when we're quarreling. I see that. You understand? I see that. So it helps me because she meets me up halfway. My ex looked at me one day and said that she does not love me, that she doesn't know what
So
to
why
do
did
to
you
me.
guys get married?
About we had no business, but you see, it's all and I don't know. Let me tell you something. I said this before.
Was she
My
your
ex has
spec
never
that it
told me I
is?
was good looking.
Was she your spec?
Not really. She had a pretty face when we're younger, but my spec is curvy.
Mm.
My spec is curvy. My spec is who do I know that is very curvy? As in, my spec is tall, curvy.
Mm.
You understand? Like taste buds, that's my spec. But I was trying to look for someone outside taste buds. My spec is tall, curvaceous. Samaria, for instance, I'm not saying Samaria is my spec, but I like that cool hourglass, and she didn't have that. So, could that have been a factor? Maybe it was that could have been maybe 20% of it. But you see, there's one thing. Taste buds always tells me how good looking I am,
Oh.
as in that alone, 10% of the success of the relationship. You don't know how a man feels when you just say, ah man, you are good looking. As in,
And women
even
women
though
feel the same.
sometimes, as in, and you know she genuinely means it. She genuinely finds me attractive. So it's a relationship of we both find each other attractive.
Uh-huh.
you know so sometimes you will just look me, man, say, ah man, see as you fine. At least once a month or once in 2 months. He just makes those passing comments, and I find them very energizing. I find them very relaxing. I find them very endearing.
It's very good to complement each other in a relationship. It goes a long way.
You understand? I'm also not sure I complimented her, my ex, enough to. I'm sure I
But
was
that's what I'm saying. At a
immature.
young age, you
I
don't.
was very immature. You understand? And I don't deny it. I was extremely immature. I I probably didn't do it. I probably said things about. I probably body shamed her for one or two things that I didn't find
Oh.
attractive. I was young, and I was raised in Ibadan. Ibadan people don't know how to talk.
That
You
is.
understand? My dad didn't sit me down and tell me this is how you talk to a woman, this is how you talk to your wife. My dad was not a good role model for me when it comes to marriage. In fact, if I were to rate my dad as a married role model, I'll probably give him 3/10.
Oh wow, wow.
Yes. So I didn't have who to look up to learn from. There are some fathers that would teach their sons. One of my sister's husbands is like that. His father is a perfect gentleman.
But if let me ask you a question, do you think most failed marriages is due to the upbringing?
Upbringing is a contributor.
But it's not the major factor.
It can be the major factor. It can also spiral or avalanche into some other factors. You know, so upbringing goes a long way in a relationship, and both of us had upbringing issues. Uh, I don't know how to put it. So this is for you guys that are watching and listening right now. Yeah, as a woman, you need a certain level of responsibility in a relationship, and so does a man. And a lot of people don't get it, but I don't put the entire blame on my ex. You understand? We were not meant to be
It
if it did
wasn't
not
meant to be that
work
safe.
out.
Period.
You
Mm.
understand? I have my excesses. Oh, trust me, I have a lot of excesses. And she also has her excesses. And there's one thing about taste buds. She manages me very well. But the level of my excesses when I was 25, you cannot compare now that I'm 47.
Yeah, now, yes, obviously it's not the same.
You understand? Then also, I have a bit of money in my account, and money cushions a lot of issues. You understand what I'm saying? Money cushions a
Yeah.
lot of issues. Um, I can pay for certain things I couldn't pay for at that time. I can afford some certain things. So that also helps. Let me tell you, upbringing, finances, uh, temperament, insecurities, and paranoia, they are all contributing factors.
But most times, like, 'cause I tend to know that relationship they will not survive if people don't ignore certain things. And some things you just have to ignore for the sake of the relationship to survive. That doesn't really, really, really matter. Like most times, you know that nagging about something on and on is not going to resolve any problem. Leave it. Talk
The,
about
the,
it
the,
as a
re-
very, very.
the maturity to not nag is what many of us do not have. That maturity that, okay, you know what? I'm not going to nag. I will be bold enough not to nag. I will keep quiet. You understand? And of course, there was the domestic too. Oh, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of
Oh
that.
no,
And
this is a bad mixture.
yeah, and
Disaster for
we were
recipe.
both guilty. A bit more her than me, even though people don't believe. A bit more her than me, but
Mm.
it was, how do I put it? I used to be very strong. So if you hop on me, I know how to disable you quickly, very quickly, in 2 strikes. But that guy,
Physically.
Yes, 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 yes. That
Mm.
guy that had a side chick and by his wife because she could not have a child. You see, when people are not in a relationship, the way they will paint the story is always different from those. You see, when they say a guy got into a fight, in can't buy his wife, it always starts with, "You're mad, you're crazy, you're mad, I will slap you." It builds. I'm telling you,
It's
no
true.
guy will just run into the house and jump on your neck and start to squeeze your neck. Now fight, now quarrel. And the quarrel they build. Then somebody carry something, knock somebody for head, bam, that person gonna buy.
Right. Okay.
The narrative automatically changes. Nobody knows what led to that. So sometimes, because I've seen myself in situations, yeah, and somebody told me once, he said, if you continue in this marriage, you will either buy or be in jail, say you buy person.
Right person. Absolutely. That's I agree with you.
Every woman can be annoying, even taste buds, but you see, there's that level, that threshold that you will cross over, and then you are no longer thinking, you are looking for waiting to smash for person head. Taste buds has never carried me across that before. It's always below. I'm always still able to control myself.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm telling you? I'm always able to
Yeah.
control. With her, she did taunt me. She did taunt me to that level where you cannot. You understand what
You
I'm
see,
telling
with
you?
taste board, I can see that it feels that you can tolerate each other. With that,
Let
the
me
way
give
you're
you an
explaining, I
example. Let
don't
me
think
give
you
you
can
an example. We
tolerate.
got into an argument
Eh,
with my ex over whatever it was, her coming home late or some whatever it was. And then she punched me in the nose. As in boom like that.
Women.
Papa, now that day I for am. I was
I know.
and you know all it took was one. I be street boy, you forget say I be on to survive the streets. Now bim bim and you're out. And I was so close to it that day, so close to it. I don't know, and I've gotten close to that level like 3 or 4 times in my life, and I know that one day, is either she buy me or I buy him, and if she buy me, I don't buy, and if I buy him, I will go prison. Now one person
Prison.
called me one day say, where you are going with this marriage, one of you go buy the other person, one of you, and you are getting there. And I could read, I could see that we're getting there. We're getting there. We're
Mm.
getting there. So, of course, now I'm sure she would have matured. So, whoever gets into a relationship with her would now wonder, why is Daddy Free saying all this about you?
Yeah.
And just like
Mm-hmm.
taste buds too cannot understand, there was a day one of the kids went to school and someone came to her and read her one article she wrote that I used to beat her. And the guy asked her, does Daddy Freeze beat your mom? Says, this is exactly what the child said. Said, I've never seen him do that, and my mom can be quite annoying. That's what the child
Wow.
said in school. Ah. So I looked at it and I was like, it's a different scenario. It's a different. I can also be annoying, don't get me wrong. I can also be very annoying. But because I'm more mature, I think of consequence. If I'd never
Maturity.
been married before, I can say, you know what, pack your load and leave my house. I'm not. But you see, I
Mm.
know how much, and this particular relationship came with so much sacrifice. I had to work so hard, to fight so hard with her against everybody that was fighting against us. So it also drew us closer. And then it also made us realize that we have each other. don't let the outside world push you go road where you no want go. Now waiting me I see inside this whole matter be that. Make I keep quiet. I know if he
They
talk
say
pass like
relation
that.
wahala pass police case.
He pass any case for this life where if you ever imagine.
Marriage wahala more than more police
As
case.
in, as in, you need self-control.
Absolutely.
You need to be able to look away. You see, you need to be able to endure. But you see, it's, they say marriage is an endurance race. There's a level of endurance I don't pray for even my enemy to endure. That they cheat on you, they give you venereal, and then you they endure. That one have foolishness. That one not be endure again. That one have stupidity.
Marriage. I want to be in a relationship for what?
So
It's
also
not.
when you look at this Tonto Dikeh situation, you know that they were not meant to be. So one person claiming quiet is also not the entire narrative.
Mm.
Someone said that the free talk now with disclaimer. Baba disclaimer I got today there. Baba disclaimer. Baba disclaimer. Make I
And
bring
if it's
another
not the
person
law,
make you
if
talk. I don't talk tire.
you don't want to talk about the matter now, when you can't
I
bring
don't
us
want
in.
talk again. I don't want talk again. I just want
In
make
a
una
fair,
know. You see, my problem is the matter has not been properly defined. I no one make it be saying that me talk am.
cut now. Like you had it
I
from
no
that
one
scene.
quote anybody until when it's only in one source, I leave it until it's everywhere. When it's everywhere, then we will address it. Hello, this person don't sleep, sha.
Eh?
Now, woman they snore like this.
Are you sure of this?
You know what they
Eh,
do is they send a request.
long time
Okay,
ago.
the person don't wake up.
Don't we come?
Eh.
Don't go back to sleep. Eh, God.
So the
They
person
be saying
sent a request, was watching, and then dozed off. But do you know
those dogs.
sometimes even me they doze off.
They go don't tire. Right now in UK is 2:30 a.m.
Same
Just
time here. Same
oh,
time
the
here.
same time.
Omo. So make we just here's what I'm going to say here. Let's monitor this to DK matter.
Till
Big Ben
tomorrow.
said she got tired waiting for gist. Absolutely. So what we're going to do now is we're going to wait for the matter to spread a bit. Okay? Then
Mm-hmm.
we will pick it up. But be rest assured, I know the gist.
And you
I
know,
know
I'll
you
give up.
see, first person where they talk gist, now they go fight. So I don't want make it be say, now my mouth, everything come from. Big shout out to someone who sent me 4 money
Just,
guns.
just
Hey
number was.
Alexandra, God bless you, hey Alexandra. God bless you, my darling sister. Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate. And to everybody who sent me super chats and super stickers, thank you all so much. We are monitoring this. I know the gist. I know the in total of the gist, but no be me go talk am. I dey wait.
Mr. 1 minute. Don't
I don't
enter
know
our.
waiting you talk. Waiting be that. Oh yeah, Barry Nene, come and start going.
And
I
if it's
don't want
not, no
wahala.
one lost
If you
it.
are watching on if you are watching on Instagram, go to Facebook.
I
Search
know
for Daddy Freeze.
I not go talk. Me say I not lost.
DADDYFREEZE. Bottom left hand corner, you see how to buy my stars. Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Pastor.
oh yeah.
And the freezer, I
And
know
what the
the
person
gist.
still they snore. Just keep quiet, more here.
Sleep.
Boy.
And the freezer, let them go. Sleep.
People deal.
And 5.
And that abroad no easy. They go do 5 jobs. They go still one
Maybe
catch gist for night.
now I don't do 12-hour shift. Don't tire.
I'm
Don't talk that.
telling you, Baba don't
Sleep.
log out.
I enjoy them. You dey sleep. Why? It's like I saw the person just walk up just now and moved
Baba, I just wake up, adjust.
and go back.
Now tomorrow you go know waiting. The waiting be the person name self.
Like, if you
Beautiful
don't come,
bangs.
if you don't,
Ah,
they
no
go,
more.
they go follow tomorrow.
So let's wait for the fullness of the gist. If you are watching on
Yeah.
Instagram, go to Facebook. I'm looking for the first person to send me 1,000 stars. Sharp, 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 sharp. Oh yeah. I don't go. I like the snoring inside. They punctuate the gist.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, guys. See them. See that they go. They form big girl. They go wear mini skirt. They go. They go. Oh yeah, yeah, ha ha. Meanwhile, for night now.
I didn't see your.
Ah,
Oh, time.
Baba.
I enjoy the story,
Ah, you don't enter gear now. Oh more.
Sleeping and you don't even know what's going on.
Ah,
You know, people,
Baba.
man, the voice is like a man.
Omo, this woman snoring, eh? This woman will get beer. You know those kind of women where they get beer. Where they get like one strand here, one strand here, one strand here, like one. Ha! She don't know say she dey entertain us. Anyway, guy, truck don't jam trailer. Oh, this one
Anyway,
a full trailer inside diesel trailer. So, guys,
I know, eh?
here's what we're gonna do. Yeah,
We
I'm
go
gonna
wait.
keep you updated with the gist as it unfolds. As the gist they unfold, make we dey gather. Tosin Olu, take care of yourself.
All right, Daddy
Lesson
Face. Good
101:
night.
never send Daddy Freeze a request to avoid snoring. No, they send request. No job, they
Go
send
sleep.
request.
Eat a bag. Go sleep.
The
Good night.
snoring, they make me yawn. Make me, I go snore my own.
I didn't even hear you.
Big
Keep
shout
it
out to
for a day.
Alexandra. Thank you so much for the money guns and all the gifts. Thank you, everyone. We're going to continue tomorrow. There's going to be so much to talk about.
Yes.
I love you guys so much. Take care and God
Good
bless.
night.